Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in this video,
So the 20-year-old OnlyFriends model that hit Shannon Sharpe with a $50 million lawsuit says that she is now retiring from OnlyFriends after settling the lawsuit with him. I know precisely exactly what this means. It could only mean one thing. Let's take a look and see what she had to say. She says, "Today I have decided to retire from OF. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past years. This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever." Shannon Sharpe lost. You got double crossed. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. OF Motto and 5. The only reason she is able to retire OF is because Shannon Sharpe, you lost the lawsuit and paid her a crazy bag. You put her into retirement. Not gonna lie, if this was me, I would not be able to sleep at night. I would be punching air.
Yeah. Now, I've seen a few men saying that she probably didn't get anything and so on and so forth. They probably won because they found out that she's a liar and so on and so forth. But then others are like, wait a minute. The lady just came out to say that she's quit OF, okay? And also the lawyer has displayed his new jet. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because 1 + 1 is never 5. The only reason why the lady will quit her OF career is because she's come into some decent amount of money. And honestly, I do believe that. Let me know what you think about this. Some of them make a lot of money, okay? Others don't, okay? So I don't know what level or what ranking she is on OF. I don't know. What it's looking like at this point is that Uncle Shannon Sharpe has given this lady generational wealth. She's set for life. She's going to go into this world if she's good with money or she has good people around her, which it looks like because she got that lawyer. Okay? So if she has good people around her, right, she can invest that money and she doesn't have to lift a finger a day in her life. Yeah. And I heard someone also saying somewhere that his children are going to cut him off or should cut him off because they said that when the daughter was going to get married, it was like the funds were not stretching. The man was not forthcoming with the funds. Okay? But now all of a sudden you are giving somebody else's daughter maybe more than 10 million. Let's just say that. Okay? Even if she settled for that 10 million after everything, still it's a lot of money. Okay? That lady is set for life, but you won't give your children money for their wedding? Uncle Shannon Sharpe, what is going on? But anyway, let me know what you think and let's get into what people had to say.
Shannon Sharpe's Accuser has announced that she is now retired and thanks you all for the ongoing support. She has closed her OF and will no longer participate in those activities. With this being told shortly after her $50 million lawsuit against him being settled out of court. And for those of you who called her slow after listening to those phone calls, sis was never slow. Never that, but she played it well. Now, I'm not going to debate whether or not these accusations were true or false. That is not my place or position to ever say that. But I will say, lady is taken care of and is set for life. Damn, it would be nice for a safe victim to be paid out for the BS they have to deal with some of these men. But the reality is, victims getting their perpetrator behind bars is close to rarely ever happening. So getting paid out for it is pretty nice. She says she will still be active on social media and she'll be getting into exciting new projects because since they gotta work for money. Notice how the downfall of a lot of men is their inability to control their urges. It's always their little head versus their big head. This is a grown-ass 50-year-old man chasing 19-year-old tail. And grown men like that will tell young boys that they should be scared of marriage instead of the streets, but I digress. Anyways, what do you guys think?
Shannon Sharpe just can't leave the young girls alone. An OF model just sued Shannon Sharpe for $50 million, claiming that he raped her. Before it could even make it to court, he settled the lawsuit. So if someone sued me for $50 million, accusing me of something as horrendous as that, I would fight it in court. Why he didn't fight it? Not to mention, this is the second woman who sued him for misconduct. It gets to the point we have to say, this isn't just women trying to tear a black man down. This is a black man not knowing how to keep it in his pants. And it's crazy because even the clip of him on the podcast with Ocho Cinco, he said, I just love the young girls. Just can't get enough of them on an old hag. Mind you, like he's not 60. Even Ocho Cinco had to look at him sideways because it's like, what the hell are we talking about? And that's why I want to shout out Tracy Ellis Ross, because men dogged her, saying that the men, her generation, are sleazy sleazy and she's literally happier single? Because mind you, she's an elitist. She's a trust fund baby. She's not no regular old girl. And the men that she's dating, who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, are still acting sleazy. Oh, and the OF model retired. That's how much he paid her. Well, I think it's time for his followers to wake up, smell the roses. He's not the man y'all think.
I've been thinking a lot about the Shannon Sharpe thing, and my opinion, he had it coming. Do I think that this girl is 100% exploiting him? 1,100 billion %. I think she is. She sees a meal ticket and she's trying to get as much money as she can. But why else would a 19-year-old get with a 57-year-old if it wasn't to dig some gold or to go up in levels? And nothing against Shannon Sharpe, but he looks like he's in his 50s, okay? He's not that he looks like he's Brad Pitt or Idris Elba. Like, he looks in his 50s. A 19-year-old girl would have nothing to do with you unless you had money and gold to dig. And you, in your grown-ass age, should not be messing with someone that young to begin with. If you don't want to be exploited, let's not go to that pool that would obviously try to exploit you. This is real stupid. And I don't care if it's legal, because that's what everyone's gonna say. It's legal, it's legal. You guys, if the legal age changed to 10 tomorrow, you would start dating an 11-year-old. It's ethically wrong. What does a 50-something-year-old man have to do with a girl that just got out of high school? There is more age difference between them two than her actual age. Put that in before her, like that she's been alive on this earth. And you think a 19-year-old is going to love him for him? He doesn't love her for her. He loves that she looks good. She loves that he has money. That's the match. I'm not shocked that she's exploiting him. Men have to do better about protecting their legacy. And even though it's illegal doesn't mean that it's right, okay? We can say that cheating is wrong even though it's legal. Like, there's no criminal offense for cheating. Up to the 90s, it was okay to R-word your wife. Like, he should not be dealing with a 19-year-old. Or this is what's gonna happen.
They said Shannon Sharpe didn't even want to watch the video that baby girl had incriminating him, making it look like she didn't do it willingly during negotiations, that he didn't even want to watch the video. And how much do you think he gave her? Because she was asking for 50. He was offering her 10 before she came public. So I think she personally got about 30. I said she realized she don't need no big black baby because she going to a big black bank because she got a big black fool that fell for that right there, man. Let me tell you, that is ridiculous. That she probably got a good 30 million. You saw that she announced her retirement at a cool, what, she 22, 23 years old, you know, just retired off a fool. Ain't that something? How you just retire off a fool? He probably has not given his own children 20-30 million dollars, you know what I'm saying? But here it is, this girl, because you wanted to be foolish, man. Crazy.
Uncle Shannon Sharpe is a perfect case study and example as to why there's an epidemic amongst black, famous, successful rich men, and that they're always suffering. Their fate is always suffering at the hands of a mid-white woman. Average at best, to be honest with you. It's always an Ohio 6 that's like ruining the lives of these like great, successful black, you know, entrepreneurs and figureheads. Why? You throwing away the empire potentially for a 19-year-old OnlyFans chick? She looked like iCarly, dog. She's not even Margaret Robery. She's an Ohio white. I don't even know how to say that lady's name because I don't be frequent in those circles and like things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm lactose intolerant. But Shannon Sharpe, I can't be the only one who saw when there was a $50 price tag and bounty on Uncle Shannon Sharpe's head. I was like, let me go see what this girl looks like at least. Unc. That's like middle of America, like hot. Not even really hot. Like, why are you not going for the Tracy Ellis Rosses, the Nia Longs, the creme de la creme? You know what? Forget I asked that. Why are you just not going for women that are like a little bit closer to your age? Hell, 25, 30, you're going for 19-year-old OnlyFans chicks. You're risking your entire empire for a chick who is texting you consistently saying, put a black baby in me. I want a big black baby.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
Unc, I'm a card-carrying member of the Freaky Club. That's a little too much, Unc. I'm sorry. 15 yards on the play. What the fuck? You going down bad for spoiled milk. That's not even milk. That's spoiled milk.
As a 25-year-old man, I don't know one single 19-year-old. Not one that I could name. And I think if you're 23 and above, you shouldn't know any 19-year-olds either. Unless they're family, of course. You know, we all got siblings and cousins and, you know, whatnot. But Shannon Sharpe is a 40, 50, 60? I don't even know. He old. He up there. That's Unc. And I had a lot of respect for bro, but 19, bro, is crazy. That's kind of diabolical. That's very lustful. That's kind of disgusting. And just like with the amount of wealth and fame and success you have, why would you put yourself in that situation? Like, you just saw your world crumble right in front of you just because of lust and such a bad decision. 19-year-old? You're not on first take anymore? Millions of dollars? A lawsuit? Just your image? I don't see a point in this. I don't see a point in this. And even if you don't want to date your age, you want to go a little younger. Okay. What happened to the 40-year-olds? 45? 19, brother? That's crazy, man. Make some better decisions, people.
No. So Gabriela Janica, the girl that sued Shannon Sharpe for $50 million, posted this on her Instagram today. Okay, let's read it. Today, I have decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past few years. This community has given me a life I could have never imagined. I'll still be active on social media and have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever. And I just hope that Uncle Shay Shay learned his lesson from this. Big black baby, like all that shit, like bro. But I also read in the comments that allegedly he gave his actual biological daughter, and I say actual biological daughter because this woman, Gabriela, is was young enough to be his daughter, right? He gave his daughter a budget of a couple thousand for her wedding. He probably just paid nothing short of 30 mil in this lawsuit. Honestly, if I was to really take a good guess, 40 million. He just gave her generational wealth for life. And now she's going to go get married to a white man. This is all speculation, my opinion. But yeah, it's just I would definitely resent this man. The embarrassment from this whole situation to his entire family. Honestly, if I was his kids, I would go no contact. It's bullshit. Bullshit, But I hope he learned. And now I'm really, I'm on the lookout. I'm is he going to go back to ESPN? Cause he stepped away voluntarily. So I'm I don't know if that was terms of him being he can come back once he sorts out this shit, it's now sorted, the lawsuit. I don't know. I guess, only time will tell. I'm definitely watching this and we'll be talking about it.
See, a lot of y'all missing the whole point with this Shannon Sharpe situation. Look, it's not really about if she's wrong, if she's trying to beat him out some money or not, if he's guilty or not. I mean, I hate to see him in this situation, but that's not the point. The point is, why did he put himself in that position? See, we got to be smarter. See, a lot of people pointing the finger at her saying she tricking off, she wrong, she did. Man, look, he shouldn't have never been in that situation anyway. I mean, come on, 19 years old, 56. What do you guys have in common besides sex? So you just gonna continue to spend all this money tricking off with females who on Instagram or OnlyFans and put yourself in a position to be caught up like that. It's a lot of brothers out here like that with a lot of money. I understand, you can get caught up. It's a lot of great looking females out here. But when you get older, you're supposed to mature through life lessons. Come on, man, let's be real. Y'all never had sex before? Y'all never had a woman with a nice body? You done did that before. And you cannot tell me you done reach 40 years old, 45, and you think it ain't no older women that's 40, 45 that still look good. They all over the place, bro. And they educated. They got something to bring to the table. And they looking for good men like you who can bring something to the table. But y'all falling into the trap. Y'all want stuff that's so easy. All you gotta do is just pay and shit, do whatever you want. You're gonna find yourself 60 years old and by yourself with nobody who you built something with, somebody that really care about you. None of that. You're going to find yourself in a scenario where you're going to be in a hotel with one of these females. You're going to have a heart attack or something. You know what she going to do? She going to break up out of there and leave you to die. Because she don't care about you. She only there for the bag. Come on, man. We got to be smart. We can't make the bag and give it away thinking with the small head. And she thinking with her head. So she going to outthink you every time. Because she thinking up here. You thinking down here. You got a one-track mind. Nail her. That's it. That's the lesson behind all this here. Man, look, it ain't got nothing to do with if she's guilty of trying to beat this man or not. Or if he raped her or not, or whatever, all these allegations that she throwing out there. It's bigger than that, because it's a life lesson for us. Some of you guys gonna run into some money. What you gonna do with it? Some of you guys got money right now. What you gonna continue to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with Instagram and OnlyFans females? Are you out your mind? That's money, man, you can put back in your community where you come from and help some people. You can help some kids go to college. You can help some people start a business. You can show some people with something, that can change their life with that money. That's the point in this. That's the point. I said this in the video, but a lot of people ain't getting it. They think I'm trying to tear Shannon Sharpe down. People saying that that's the problem with the brothers now. We knocking each other. Man, this ain't got nothing to do with knocking him. This about us waking up and doing the right things. We got to be smarter.
Yeah. Personally, the way the world is going right now with everything that is happening in the world, I get it. SA, she was 18 when you started talking to her. The Uncle Shannon Sharpes of this world, who will not marry their age mates, who will not take care of their children, who want to do certain things with certain women, this is your lesson. Okay? This is your lesson. This should be your lesson, but I know they are not going to learn from it. There's going to be another case in 3 to 5 working days. So be on the lookout for that. Yes, and when it comes, I'm going to post it so you will know. Okay? But yeah, it is what it is at this point in time. You play silly games, you win silly prizes. Is that not how they say it? You play silly games, you win silly prizes. But if I were his children, I don't know. I'll probably not talk to this man again. No. I'll probably not talk to him again. Because if you were allegedly being tight with the money, being very short with the money when it came to us, right? But because you want to save your reputation and everything, you had to shoo this lady away with a huge amount of money. When you see the women in your age bracket, who will bring you respect, dignity, and honor, you'll be like, oh no, I don't like that. I want trouble. I don't want peace. I want trouble. Give me more of that. Yes, I'll take 2 of that. Give me 5 of that. You take it. There's consequences to it. It's as simple as that. Okay? And I know a lot of people are downplaying, being like, oh, she could be lying. And now when real victims come out, well, at the end of the day, something happened somewhere. Somebody is telling the truth, somebody is telling the lie, somebody has gotten paid, and somebody is moving on with their lives. So it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. I said it before and I'll say it again. Play silly games, win silly prizes. You can learn from it and not do the same mistakes, but we all know 3 to 5 business days, you're going to see another story. So, hey, who am I to judge her? I can't judge her. Because the Gabriels of the world, they will never cease seeing the Shannon Sharpes of this world. They will never stop encountering them. They are everywhere looking for them. This man came and said on a podcast that he likes them young. Okay? So he was probably thinking he would get away with it because obviously she's not mature, she doesn't know much and so on and so forth, right? But then it didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. Let's just say that, okay? Or she flipped the script on him, all right? And now he's paying her, okay? And people are throwing out the SA accusation out of the window. Even if it's not there, he still went to deal with her. So, Do I blame her? Absolutely not. He should have known better. He could have done better. He could have chosen someone on his level, someone who is matured like him, but he prefers them young. There's a saying that goes that if you play with dogs, they will lick your lips. It's as simple as that. Okay? If you play with kids, be prepared to get mad on your fingers. It's as simple as that. If you play around the backside, be prepared to play with, use your imagination. So I'm going to leave it here. You tell me what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you in another one. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.